Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. And for those of you who have subscribed, thank you so very much. I really appreciate that you're here, that you're resonating with the messages that I'm bringing, that some of the things that come out in the videos, things that have helped me with my journey, they have been helping you on yours, and that's just fantastic to hear. If you are new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm glad that you're here, and perhaps you were guided to this video. Perhaps it just popped up for you in your feed and you clicked it and you're like, I want to see what this is about. And I always believe that things are not coincidence, and that maybe there's something that is in this video for you, or perhaps maybe other videos too. I'm really so happy that I'm on YouTube. I never imagined that I would be on YouTube. I went from internet radio. I interviewed plenty of people in the paranormal field, those who were mediums, who were healers, who were occult practitioners, pretty much everything in the supernatural, all across the gamut. And then from there I went to podcasting, had the Paranormal Priestess podcast on iTunes, and you probably could find a couple of those episodes still up on there. But I was guided to go to YouTube, and especially guided to assist and support those who are on the twin flame journey. So it's kind of interesting, for those of you who are new, and if you want to check out more about me and my bio, you can go to theparanormalpriestess.com, and there I have my entire bio on there. And of course, I have my services on there as well, and the best way to contact me is on my contact page. But it's really been quite a journey for me, just being on the spiritual journey that I am and how it's evolved over the years. I am a channeler, a divine channeler, and I do plenty of channelings all across the world for people. Many of them are twin flames, so if you are a twin flame watching this, you probably are. If not, that's okay. There might be messages in this for you. There may be things that are very inspirational for you, things maybe you've never thought about, maybe things that you can use to move forward if you feel blocked. So if you're not a twin flame, I try to make these videos as kind of inspiring as I can. I do follow the Druid path. Actually, it's Druidry and Wicca blended, kind of like a Druid craft. It's my own blend of my spiritual path. And so I'm very much about the inspiration, very much about the oneness and connecting with nature, our innate nature, connecting with the world around us, and being of service to people. So very much in the Druidry vein, and I have been a Druid actually before in another lifetime. I have not revealed that, but actually I have on my bio. I have it on YouTube, but I have been a Druid before, and so it's just very comfortable for me to be able to speak from the heart and to really relay things, information that not only are they channeled messages, but I also like to add in my own inspirations as far as, the things that I have been through and the ways in which I've grown, and things that I had to become aware of, acknowledge, transform through. So very much that's, the transformation is very much about Druidry, and being able to focus on being a creator and being inspired by life, by all of life, by the life force. So I just, for those of you who are new, that's where I'm coming from. I used to also do medium readings, and just general angel readings. I used to start out with that and did clearings for those who had paranormal activity in their homes, and I used to travel and do that. And over the years, the work has evolved. I've evolved spiritually, my energies, and with time, I was able to establish the spirit extraction service that I now offer across the world. And it's amazing because I am able to help people that have very severe interferences from dark energies everywhere in the world, rather than it just being locally. So, and it's been helping a lot of people, especially I do this work for twin flames. It's open to everyone who I am guided to assist. But it's been helping twin flames, because twin flames, anyone who was on a divine path, basically, recognize that there are, some definite challenges and obstacles that are involved with the divine path. And we come across, interferences along the way, whether they be in the form of people or, discarnate beings. So, these things do tend to happen. And the way I looked at it, because this had also happened to me, that, you know what, it makes you stronger. And it also it's a reminder of how important it is to be on such a spiritual journey, how it has just such an incredible destiny, in terms of being able to assist humanity, being of service. So if you are a new twin flame, I just kind of wanted to just give a little bit of my background. I haven't shared my own twin flame story. That's not something that I feel comfortable with doing at this time, because I am not in manifested union yet, and I do like to keep a lot of things very, very private, for the safety of everything. But I am an authentic divine twin flame. I do know who my divine masculine is, and we have been in contact with higher self communication for some time, and this has now switched over to more sporadic telepathic communication, so gone into the physical part now, which is where we're finding things going. And of course, I don't even know if I should say of course, because there's still people out there who feel that this may not happen in the physical, and I feel very, very compelled to let those people know through the channel messages that I share that this is just not what I've been receiving, and it's very much about having this divine couple become physical, to have it embodied, so that way we can template the earth, we can bring this type of union to humanity and offer this as the new type of love, okay, the unconditional pure love. And it's about also the service that we bring. It's about being able to use our gifts, our abilities to make this world basically a better place. So although there are a lot of growing pains and a lot of stages through this, I'm here to support, to be a cheerleader, to bring very real messages, and whatever I can do, I do so. And I dedicate a lot of my time to that. I do readings pretty much daily, clearings. I'm trying to learn my own balance, but it's my passion. It's my passion to be able to help those who are on spiritual journeys, whether they be twin flames or whether they be any other spiritual journey. It's very important that we all connect and we are all able to bring the love, because that's what we're doing. We're here. We chose to bring the love. So just wanted to say that if you are brand new in terms of finding out that you are a twin flame, or you think you may be a twin flame, how do you know? How do you know for sure this is a twin flame path? And I really urge you, instead of talking about it here, I did a video on this that I think would be excellent for you. It's called Twin Flame Recognition. And I really feel like it's going to, in a very direct and very, I say down to earth way, that's just my way, help you to recognize the key things, the key aspects of being a twin, the experiences, how you feel, just being able to give information to help validate and confirm this for you. And a lot of it, if you are an authentic twin flame, it's going to ring a bell for you. So I definitely recommend the twin flame recognition video. There's also a twin flame communication video that I put up, but I most definitely recommend the twin flame recognition video first. If you are unsure and you think you may be a twin, you're still a little skeptic, you've been having telepathy, you've been having feelings, you have been getting signs and synchronicities, they've just been coming at you, but you're still like, I don't know about this whole thing. Is it a trend? Is this my imagination? Am I crazy? If you're crazy, then I'm crazy, and there's a whole slew of people around the world who are crazy too. And I have to tell you, I read all the time, and boy, it's just amazing the things that come out of these channeled sessions, and you can't make any of this stuff up. So no, you are not crazy. This is not meant to be a trend. This is something that it's time. This is time, and it's been happening for so many people. So I urge you to look at the twin flame recognition video, and I'm hoping that if you benefit from that, you may know someone who you also believe to be a twin flame, and maybe you can pass it on to them. So I did that, took my time with that, because I really wanted to get that right as far as the information I wanted to put out there to someone who's new, because as you probably could already tell, there is a sea of videos. There's information everywhere. And when I first started on this journey, there was like hardly any information. I had to go by my team, and I went from psychic to psychic, and you know, I was really lucky to even come across something on the internet that really rang a bell, and I came across also the work of Elizabeth Clare Prophet, Mark Prophet, and you know, these guys, I mean, back from the 70s, I mean, I would thoroughly recommend that if you feel like the sacredness of this journey has somehow been washed down by all this information and all these videos, that you return to it. Actually, I'm going to grab the book for you guys. I've shown this on another video, but I'm going to show it again. This book kind of really got me started with so many things, and I still refer to it. It's a little tiny pocket type book. Soulmates and Twin Flames. Okay? Very spiritual. Even has so many wonderful protection prayers and the violet flame, invocations for karma. And it's just a really beautiful book, and I really recommend it. And it's small enough to carry with you too. And sometimes we just really need those reminders that when there's just so much information and we're overwhelmed by everything, and we question things again, to just, you know, go back to the simplicity of everything and the overall picture, the bigger picture of what this actually is and what it's meant to bring. So just wanted to give you guys that. Okay, so we have, what I wanted to actually talk about today is what's happening now. What are the current energies? And we just had the solstice on the 21st, the summer solstice, and this is the big push that I talked about. And with this big push, it's truthfully, I definitely don't want to sound redundant in any way, but at the same time, I really want people to understand that things are absolutely moving. And you may say, well, Elizabeth, I don't know how it's moving when I have my counterpart I still found out is dating someone, and I'm still caught in my marriage. I don't know what to do there, and or things have been rather quiet, and maybe communication has slowed down, or I'm having a lot of trouble feeling my twin. I don't know what's happening here. I'm not really dreaming of them as much, and so on and so forth. And of course, I'm in the boat with you, with things being rather quiet at the moment. Okay, and the messages with the being quiet is that there are major changes, and I've talked about this, but I'm going to say it again. There are major changes that are going on that are underneath the surface right now. And this is not only for if you have a beloved who is still awakening, but this is also for you. This is for you who most likely is the more awakened beloved here, most counterpart. And the changes have been pretty hard. With the new moon, the past new moon that we have, in case anyone's wondering about the moons and the solstices, what is that? They're portals of energy. That's what they are. So back in the day when it was kind of like, it was so much fun to celebrate the moon and do moon rituals and all those things, and I was not feeling any of the things that I'm feeling now with these moons. They've become kind of really challenging to get through as I'm trying to celebrate the moon. And sometimes I feel that I just want to keep things a little more simplified these days because of all the changes that are going on with our light bodies, the changes that go on with our physical bodies. You know, we've gone through massive energy shifts, guys. And that's what these moons are, the retrogrades are, all these cosmic events, the solstices. You know, and it's all bringing everything together. It's all about being able to awaken, to recognize. So it's not only just recognizing that you have a beloved, you have a counterpart, but it's recognizing things about yourself, the very deep things. It's making peace with a lot in your life. It's releasing a lot. It's realizing what changes are there now on your plate to be made, and then to understand that, to recognize that, and then to take action to make those changes because they're here for you energetically. And that's where we are with this energy right now. We are going into the physical manifestation part of those who are on a twin flame journey. We have gone, and this is the trajectory, would have gone from the dreams and realizing, oh my God, I have a twin, and the higher self communication and the higher self 5D adventures there, and then, oh, you know, I'm having conversations back and forth, I'm picking up stuff from their space, and having telepathy basically, and you know, now there's maybe for many of you there's some communication, but it's still not solid, and we're still not together yet. And when I mean together, meaning that you are in a physical partnership, which you are living together, and that's where this is going. Some people out there, they put way too much emphasis on the romantic part of it, and yes, it is the icing on the cake for sure, but it's definitely to realize that your twin is you. They are the mirror of you, and to know that this is a spiritual journey, a spiritual love, and that we are here to bring a great mission to humanity, and to bring such change, as I had said. But the romantic part, yes, it is an icing on the cake. It's a treat, if you will, and it's a beautiful part of it. But to not put all of the emphasis on that, but to understand that this is about self-growth. It's about ascending. It's about self-mastery. And I always talk about that, about self-mastery. Your twin is your greatest teacher. Absolutely. Because your twin is your mirror. So there's been so much in terms of obstacles for many twins. And, you know, we have to close the door on a lot in our lives. And a lot of the things that come up are very, very uncomfortable for us. And we've had, especially this year, we've had some major things come up, especially the last few months have been really, really intense. I'll say intense. And that's because it's about finishing up the work. And, you know, with these portals, they are closures. And we had a major closure that just happened with the solstice. So the things that have come up for you, if they're connected to habits, connected to toxic patterns, if things have been really difficult growing up, you know, perhaps you had a family who didn't get along, was very dysfunctional, perhaps there was trauma, abuse, perhaps you were in a relationship or relationships that were abusive, and it closed your heart to love. You know, perhaps you have just stooped way too long in the ego and started taking on just everything that society wanted you to be, and didn't realize that your authentic self got lost within that. Perhaps there were, you know, things as far as taking care of your your physical health that you've ignored for a while. But, there's a lot of things that come up for us so that way we can release them, close them out for good. And this portal has done so much in terms of bringing up those last things. For many of you who are watching this right now, you've been through a lot of the work. If you've been on the twin flame journey for a while, you are familiar with healing and transmuting, and I gotta heal another thing. Oh, I gotta heal another thing. Oh, this came up again. I thought I was done with this. It came up again. Oh, another layer. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's still there. Oh my God, I'm still dreaming of this person. Oh my God, I'm still having dreams of my father or my mother, and the bad relationship and the bad experiences I had back then. Oh my God, I'm having repetitive dreams here. It happens in layers. But the great news is that everything is going into the physicality now. The messages that I got with this solstice truly are about getting her done. It really, really is. Everything, like I said, is manifesting, whether or not you are seeing it yet. It is. In terms of channeling, what I have been channeling, especially for the divine masculine, I do have primarily divine feminine, but we're starting to see some of the divine masculines step up and realize and embrace that they are a part of this, that they are experiencing it, and they want to know more about it. But primarily, I do have the divine feminine. And what's coming up with the divine masculine is that they are absolutely thinking about making changes. They are absolutely thinking about making changes, physical changes, the things that they once wanted, the types of relationships that they once went for. If they're still within that and they have not completely done away with it yet, it is on its way out for sure. And this solstice has played a great big part in that. Okay, I'm sure the new moon has as well. But these are the divine pushers, guys, to really be able to create from a higher place. We're here to create from the heart space. Co-create and co-manifest, I would say, with the divine. And, we have to get through our psychology. We have to let go of so much of that lower stuff, all the lower baggage. Let go of all the false identities, all the identity crises, and take off the mask. Take off the mask and be able to really show the world our true, authentic self. And it is absolutely time where we are seeing, especially the divine masculines, many of them are awakening, or I would say really they're awakens for the most part. It happens in stages, but let's put it this way. The channelings are absolutely bringing forth that they are experiencing things from the divine feminine for sure. They are getting synchronicities, they are getting signs, dreams, telepathy. They have not exactly gotten a handle. Ooh, I just got a beep in my left ear. I can't believe what happens on some of these videos. I must have just got a download there. Wow. Amazing. But they truly are experiencing things that they may not exactly understand yet. And if they understand some of it, they are trying to determine what to do next. With my own twin flame, I received messages telepathically that, there were things that he has never really thought about as far as fitting into his life. This is something that requires a lot of thought for him. And so he had to take the time, and he's, I'm sure, still taking the time to think things over, reflect on his life. We're getting a lot of solitude right now, and those are the messages too. A lot of solitude, reflecting for both the feminine and the masculine. So it's kind of a quiet time, but it's a quiet time before everything goes, and we see the actions, we see the movement and the physical. But the divine masculine is absolutely thinking about a lot of what has transpired in his life and reflecting on the choices that he's made. And he's really feeling things from a different place because he's different. He is different. For those who are still hanging on a bit to their toxic patterns, it's truthfully going to be extremely impossible to hold on to these things anymore. So even if he is struggling to hang on to the ego, it's dying. It is absolutely dying. It's absolutely dying. The divine portals are assisting, and this is rolling, because if you guys signed up for it, it is meant to manifest here. Are there interferences on this journey? Oh yes, which is why I do the extraction part that I do. So there are, delays that can happen. There are, in that sense. But this is meant to be physical, and that's where we're going. The physical part of living together. This is what I'm getting now, is absolutely the focus. And I've talked about this, but this is the tying up the loose ends and really getting things in order. So whatever you have left to do, and however you need to put yourself into the energy of, I'm preparing to live a life with my twin. You don't need to know the details on how the heck this is going to happen, because I can hear some of you already going, I have no idea how this is even going to happen. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. I don't know. But trust me when I tell you that if you are an authentic twin, and this is not, a soulmate connection that somehow, some way you might be mistaking. If you are an authentic twin flame, you have a direct counterpart, this is meant to be physical. And so now we are in the energy of preparing for this to happen. How do you prepare for it to happen if you don't see any evidence of it yet? Well, first of all, it starts out with you. It starts out with you and your space, your physical space, your physical body. How do you live physical life? Do you find that you're struggling? Is your physical life a struggle? Are so many things in your life just in a chaotic tailspin? Are you having a lot of trouble keeping schedules? Are you having a lot of trouble going about and getting things done? Those daily duties and those things that we hate, that we have to, the bills, and I have to get this done and that done in my life. But those things are important, and they are a part of living here on earth, whether we like it or not. Those things are crucial, and we have to be able to really get all our stuff together. So these are the things to really think about. So it's not about focusing on any type of worry or doubt that somehow this is not going to happen. In fact, Archangel Michael, who I work with all the time, is urging everyone to truly let go of any doubt, release any doubt, any fear, and to focus on your intention. What is your intention? Okay, and follow through with it, with action, with guided actions. So if you intend on living a happier life, a more joyful life every day, and we're talking about daily living now, this is important. These pieces are really important now in terms of, everyone wants to be in twin flame union. Well, union, of course, that means to be within alignment. So if you're not in alignment with yourself, if your beloved's not aligned with their selves, and you are not then in alignment with each other, it's not union, and it's only physically being with each other. To really feel that energy, to feel the third energy that they both create, the twin flames create that. It truthfully is about being able to get yourself together and get in alignment with yourself and really stay very grounded in your everyday living, and whatever you can do right now to make that everyday living something that you are feeling peaceful about and you're enjoying, whether or not you are in communication with your twin at the moment. Okay, perhaps maybe you have not been in communication physically with them yet. That's okay. I am not. But I still keep the concrete faith with everything that has been revealed to me and the things that I've experienced spiritually with my twin, that yes, this is meant to be physical because there's so much work to bring, there's so much to do with the physical embodiment of this. But that's okay. That doesn't mean that we can't plug into love, that we can't connect with other people, that we can't find joys in the everyday living. And as I talked about, following the path of Druidry Wicca, that being able to find the interconnection of everything, and being able to tap into the life force, being able to feel inspired by your surroundings, to understand that there's love in nature. You can cultivate that love within yourself. That love, you're never without that love. And there's love all around. It's about you raising your vibration and frequency and being open to it, being open to experiencing more positive people entering your life, more positive experiences, connecting with the beauty and the miracles that are all around you. Okay, so it's really important to see everything. Okay, I don't know, what other videos talk about with twin flames in terms of this, but sometimes I feel way too focused on what's the divine masculine thinking about the divine, what's the divine feminine thinking right now. Okay, and it's so black and white, and we're losing out on all the greater picture experiences, growth, living in the now and experiencing the love now and experiencing the connections of everything. So I'm really glad that I have the Druidry background to be able to express that, because I do feel that sometimes there's just too much being caught up, and what's happening and when the hell we get in there. When the hell we get into union. But what about the journey? What about the value of your breath? The value of connecting with the woods, or connecting with the ocean, or connecting with a child, or connecting with an animal, making some stranger's day. I gotta tell you, I had put it out there to the universe to, and I talked about this, to have more positive, magical experiences in my life with people, to be open. I've been meeting such wonderful people just out and about in my day, that it's just really heartwarming to me. And there'll be a conversation, with someone who I'd meet either in a store, or I even met a waitress the other day, and somehow, some way, I made their day. And you know what? They were very healing to me. They reflected back to me the vibration and the frequency that I was putting out there, of staying very open to positivity and surprises in my everyday life, instead of thinking, oh my God, this day's gonna suck. What does this have to do with twin flames? And trust me, it has everything to do with twin flames when we're talking about the physical part of it. How do you view your day? Or you're like, oh crap, this day's gonna suck. I'm gonna do the same old thing. I'm gonna meet the same old people. I'm stuck. I'm a victim. What's my twin doing? I'm gonna go find out on Facebook. Oh my God, now my twin seems to be portraying that they're dating somebody. Is this even real? How is this happening? Instead of getting caught up in all of this illusion, live your life. How do you live it? Evaluate what types of changes are really going to be suitable to prepare for the physical preparation. There are some of you who have known for a while that there were certain changes in the physical that had to be made. And it's not just, I'm going to make these changes because I want to be with him or her. To get to him and her, I'm going to make these changes. No, you're making these changes because you yourself want to improve. You want to grow. You want to experience life from a higher place. So by you getting your things in order, everything naturally will just fall in. The universe will orchestrate the perfect way for you to connect with your twin and manifest this. And you got to trust that. But in the meantime, as your twin is being basically called by the universe, and they're figuring things out, and they're having that relationship with the universe, just like you did when you first awakened to this, Why stop life? Okay, so people would say, well, how can I possibly live life? This happens a lot. I feel very isolated as a twin flame. Yes, yes, it can be very isolating. But also, too, it's very true that you don't want to focus your energy on being isolated. Like I said, there are so many beautiful people in the world who are awakened. No, they may not be on the twin flame journey, but they are awakened. They have special energy. They have special words. There are things that you can get from other people and that you can give them, and that exchange, that interconnection happens. You can, if there are things that you enjoy, to go out there and say you want to play music or something like that, and you feel like that's something that you want to partake in again, or if you feel like there's a poetry group. I love poetry. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't found a group around here as of lately, but if you feel like that's something that means so much to you and is your true authentic self, and you haven't done it and you haven't taken the actions, that's something that can brighten up your life. If you haven't painted, or if I read a lot of people that have put the paint away and don't draw anymore, and they miss it, and it's time to put the time in and do those types of things. Those things make you. For those who have been struggling with, I know I have to change this, and I've kept a very imbalanced schedule, and I'm just not organized with anything. My life is such a mess. Well, if you are watching this video right now, and you are a twin, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, my life is such a mess right now, and that's whatever the twin is doing right now, they're doing. But in terms of you, how you're individually living your life, if your life could be described as a mess right now, then there's things to get done. And these are the angelic messages right now, is that maybe it's about, cleaning up a lot of the clutter. Remember that when we have a lot of clutter, and this goes with the feng shui, right? If we have a lot of clutter around, it's energy that's all cluttered. It's not allowed to open up and go free. And for us to free that energy so that way it can move forward, sometimes it takes just being able to clean up our space, our clutter, and that way energetically we're getting the clutter out of our life, and that's making way for new things in our life. And that goes also along with getting rid of things that we hang on to. If you're a hoarder out there watching this video, I won't even open that closet back there. I gotta tell you, because I moved to two states, okay? And I have all sorts of stuff packed that I never opened, okay? So I have lots of things that I'm sure that I can actually part with, that I don't need anymore, or things that are very much connected to my past. And remember, the door's closing on the past. So you may feel like, I haven't really done that yet, and that might be something energetically that's just going to help declutter and help you to move forward. So that might be something. Perhaps, you can't ever keep a schedule. And like, I'm no good for nobody. I can't keep a schedule. Who would live with me? I'm such a pain in the ass. I'm so high maintenance. And all these negative things that we say about ourselves, but they're negative habits that we have, right? This is all a part of preparing for a twin flame manifested union. They may seem like trivial things, but they are very important things if you are to share your space with someone, physical space, to live with someone. So they always say, and it's very true, in order to manifest something, feel as if you already have it. Think as though it's already happened, right? People are like, how in the world am I going to think that? Yeah, but by taking the steps to, part with the past, throw things out, give clothes away maybe that remind you of when you used to date so-and-so, or you were married to so-and-so, or when whatever bad memory might be attached to those clothes, or just the fact that you just want to make more room in your life for newer energy moving forward. That's helpful. That's absolutely helpful. And you have to think about yourself, can I live with myself? Because if you can live with yourself, then you can live with your twin. Your twin is you. They are just the mirror of you. They are the other side of you. But if you can't live with you at this moment in time, then there are some things to tend to. You know, we live in a human experience, and this happens. This happens. Things like if you have not taken care of appointments for yourself, perhaps you, oh my God, I had to go to the dentist for so long. I had to go to the doctor for so long. I know I should, right? And the people out there, I know I should do it, but I haven't done it. And, you know, it's procrastination and procrastination. Well, now's the time to get those things done, tying up those loose ends, getting into a different rhythm of physical life, right? But remember, everything's connected. Spiritual life, physical life, as above, so below, it is connected. So the things that we can do to get things done or declutter or finalize things for those of you who are on the verge of divorces from karmic partners, perhaps children involved. I do a lot of channelings with this type of situation. You know, maybe it's now time you just want to get that divorce finalized or even get it started. Perhaps there's that fear of, you know, what am I going to do to my children if I get this divorce? Well, let me tell you, I do want to say this, is that with the channelings that I do, the children of both twins, everybody is soul connected. Your children will absolutely recognize your counterpart and will accept the transition. The transition will be acceptable. And that's because all of these souls have agreed to connect with each other here, because they are connected at a soul level. So it's just something to understand. So if that's something that you might be struggling with, I tend to get this sometimes in readings, please know that you're not doing a service to yourself or your counterpart by trying to force, you know, everything to stay, like to stay in your marriage and, oh, I have to stay in terms of for the sake of my children. It's not, you know, it's not something that's going to be helpful there to hang on, especially when you're meant to move on and you're getting the guidance, the inner guidance to move on and take action. Everything will work out as it's meant to if you have agreed to do this with your twin. So many come out of divorces and, you know, and come together with their twins, and so many have children on both sides. But if this is something that now you are having to get done, tie up those loose ends, either start the process or have it finalized, that's something, okay? For those of you who are having any types of anything, behavioral patterns, addictions, they can be anything from really big to just ones that still disrupt your day, okay? Maybe you have just negative rituals as far as paying way too much attention, zeroing in on flaws that no one else is noticing. Some people have anxiety issues. Some people have body dysmorphic issues. Some people just are in a really bad habit of just talking badly about themselves and belittling themselves, criticizing themselves. All those types of things. So ask yourself, are you able to live with you right now? And if not, you might want to just create a list there of things that you would really intend on changing. Archangel Michael is really stressing about the intentions here. And then once you have your intentions clear, then you're able to focus on, okay, now I'm going to create the changes. And it's not always a 1, 2, 3 process, but as you take the steps, you get better at it and better at it. If you need outside assistance, either an energy healer or someone who is a holistic practitioner to help you with your health, or perhaps someone who is a holistic therapist that can help you work through some of those last issues for you, or some of the addictions or habits that you have. That's something to ask your team about if it's going to be in the highest good and to guide you to the correct person. But if you have sat on it for a while, procrastinated, now is the time to get her done. It's about being able to live with you, and to be able to set up everything for physical union with the other you, with your beloved. So really important there. So take a look at my notes and see. It's truthfully the time to stay very, very grounded. So if you can get out into nature and to recharge your batteries and just stay connected. Always about staying connected, connected to the earth, connected to your body, connected to the land around you. Absolutely do that. Just getting out for a walk could be just life-changing, okay? It can change the moment quickly. If you are having a difficult day, a quick yoga session can just change things very, very quickly. But I especially mentioned about if the weather permits, get out there as much as you can in nature. So if things are quiet for you, there are things that you can do for yourself, and that you don't have to depend on your counterpart for joy or for happiness. Absolutely send them the love and the compassion. That is always recommended. But it's really important too to be able to stay grounded in your day and to make those improvements for yourself, and to just appreciate the encounters that we have every day. Raise your vibration, raise your frequency. If so, changes with your diet, if these are things that you know that you've had to do, and you're not doing yourself much of a service by not changing them, this is all a part of preparing for your union in the physical, making those healthy changes. These are tangible and practical changes now, okay? We'll call it practical magic, right? I do. I love that movie. One of my favorite movies. But it really is about being very, very practical now on what you can do to make your space a better place. Again, what can you do to make your space a better place? If you can do that, that is going to prepare everything. And just surrender everything. Surrender and trust that everything's working out the way it should. Guaranteed it is. Guaranteed it is. Just want to see if they have anything else that they really want me to share with you. I know the physical stuff was really important. By the way, a fantastic archangel to work with would be Archangel Uriel with this. And Uriel takes care of a lot of things that are earth-related, material-related, legalities, all of that type of thing. Uriel has helped me a lot over the years. And working with Archangel Uriel, if you were having struggles with making your space a better place, Uriel can help you. So if you're stressing about bills and finances and what am I going to do? I don't have enough. If you feel like you know you're guided to move, but you don't know where to start, that's another thing too for twins. That's a good point there for those who know that they are to move. Again, it's about being in that energy of knowing that it's here, okay? Experiencing it now. So you might want to just get started with just doing some research, or maybe a vision board to start out with. Maybe that will help you out to focus on certain things. But you may want to look into real estate. You may want to just see how much your place will go on the market right now. Again, you want to throw out some things and be in that moving mode of, okay, I know that I wouldn't want to take this anymore. I know I don't need that anymore. Perhaps you can financially swing taking a trip to the area, taking a look at it, just researching more about, the area if you're the one that's guided to make that move. Preparation for the physical. Okay, and it's just definitely really important to remember that if you can't live with you, no one else can live with you, and especially not your twin, because your twin is going to mirror everything. So if there are things that are still happening that are not peaceful and they're very much a struggle, on an everyday basis pretty much, or close to it, with your living, it's not going to be helpful throwing your twin flame into the mix. It absolutely is. No matter how badly you think that you want them, it's not. It really is about standing in your power and finding your peace, your core, your balance. And those things that need to go, they need to go now. Okay, there's the door absolutely closed on these things now. Okay, so basically you can't go back. It is the time now to make these concrete changes. It be the best you and live the best life that you can right now. So yes, life absolutely will be beautiful with your twin in the physical, but it's not about, oh, well, life just, I can't live until that happens. Oh, I just can't enjoy my life and be completely in love or have the life of my dreams until I absolutely am with my twin. Okay? It isn't about that at all. Yes, a beautiful, beautiful experience, something magical, something beautiful, something you've never had before with anyone else. But if you have not made those necessary changes within, it's not going to energetically be in alignment, and it can be very chaotic if it isn't. So and understand you want to make these changes for yourself, though. You want to make these changes for yourself and grow and feel balanced and at peace and be able to feel joy and not put any conditions on that, right? Unconditional everywhere in your life, not just with your beloved. Okay? It could be anything. So I don't want to just ramble on and on and on and on and on about this. I really, like I always say, I want these videos to kind of inspire you to think about some things and reflect upon your everyday living, your routine. And if this routine is something that you immediately just tighten up about and go, oh God, ugh, then how could anyone, especially the mirror of you, be able to peacefully and joyfully live with you, right? So you're doing a huge service to yourself. And you're doing a huge service to your twin, as you're doing it for yourself, to make these very practical changes. So those are really the messages now about getting her done. And I say this with absolute certainty that I know what my things are. And I am attempting to take care of as many things as I can. I'm here in a human form. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect, right? We're always a work in progress. But I am absolutely taking steps now to make the necessary changes where life's going to be more comfortable for myself, and not to choose any type of situation of mine as being victimized, okay? I'm stuck. I have done that, and it's not a good place to be, and it allows the energy to just be stuck. And just that's what all it does. So I have really put it out there to open up to new experiences that are positive ones, positive people, and to make those connections. And those connections are really going to be very beautiful. So I stay surprised now and excited and believe that anything can happen. And so if you believe that, anything can happen. It's as instantaneous as that. You're putting it out there that anything can happen. Life can bring such beautiful, surprising, positive experiences, and I'm going to be open to that. So I'm hoping that, this will help you to move ahead now. Prepare with ease and not impatience, and not with force either, but to prepare with ease, taking one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And if you know that you have some things to get done, again, one thing before another. And if you kind of fall back into the old habits again, you just try again tomorrow, and don't give up on yourself. You owe this to yourself. You owe this to yourself, and this is really benefiting preparing for your twin flame union. All right? So please remember that. And that's pretty much it. That's what I'm getting. So I deliver what I get. Any questions or any comments, I'll try my best to get to them. It's been a little crazy and hectic in my life lately, but I try to get to as many as I can. I'm going to leave also my information in the description like I always do. The website again is The Paranormal Priestess. I'm on Facebook, The Paranormal Priestess. I just asked on Facebook that if you are interested in a reading that you contact me about that on my website, just to make it a little easier. But if you have any comments or anything like that, I would love to hear from you on Facebook. But if you're inquiring about a reading or extraction service, definitely visit me on my website and I'll check to see if it's guided and we can move forward from there. I'm also on Twitter, okay, at ParaPriestessYT. I also have my own Twitter at Para_Priestess. So lots of ways of getting in touch with me and connecting, and I love to be able to do that with all of you. So I'm wishing you all practical magic. Maybe some of you are going to go and watch that movie now. I hope so. Practical magic in your lives, okay? Because it's really important to always grow and live the life that we want to, and to not put any conditions, to live it now. So you can do it. I believe in you, and I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye.